Thank you guys so much for tuning in to another episode of New Life. And of course, we have been on a slight hiatus. We had a few things that take place, um, just personal things with the family. Would you like to share, Mr. Janeau?
Um, you could have shared it. You would have. It happened, but you go ahead. Explain a little bit to him, a little bit better.
Well, you've heard that, you've heard him often say that he had a Yoda, which was his brother Rick.
Yeah,
So, Rick has since then transitioned. He actually transitioned Palm Sunday, 2024, early morning.
yeah.
So, where would you like to start with that?
Shoot, with R.I.P. to my big bro, man. That's why I want to start with it first and foremost. Just saying that we're still coping with it. We're still dealing with it. We had to take a slight hiatus to get it all together and just to what I want to say, grasp the concept of him, but which I still haven't grasped the concept of him not being here no more, and it hurt me to my core, and it hurt a lot of people to their core, and I'm still reeling from it, and I'm still trying to figure it out and get it together because I did speak to him the night before he actually passed, and he assured me that he was coming home and that he was feeling a little bit better and stuff like that. So we thought it was a good situation where we'll see him again. But hey, like they said, what your plans are is not God's plans. So it's God's plan for him to take him on home, and at least he's not no more pain, no more anguish. But we're still here left dealing with the pain and the hurt and the consequences that comes behind it. Because like I said, this one hit a little different for me, hit different for a lot of people. But me and my brother, we were real, very, very close, and we loved each other tremendously, and we talked to each other every day about a plethora of subjects from religion to family to manhood to fatherhood to just anything, man. Anything I could talk to, anything I could feel, anything I was feeling, vice versa. We had a totally open relationship. Nothing was off limits, no holds barred, non free, a judge free zone. Totally, I could feel free to just talk to him and bare my soul to him, and that will be missed, man. And like I said, he was the one that walked me through this cancer battle. He was the one that gave me the New Life name and the New Life concept. And like I said, he gave me a lot of insight. If it wouldn't been for God first, and then with his tool and with the team that he put around me, especially with my brother, because he walked me through every step of my cancer journey. And that's from coming through, from the diagnosis through surgery to the second opinion, because he was the one that suggested that I go get the second opinion, and we'll get into that um, a little bit later down the line. But I just want to express my condolences to everybody in my family and to his kids and to my brothers and sisters and everybody who lives, the cousins, the aunts, uncles, the impact in the lives that he's touched. It won't be in vain because we're gonna carry on and we're gonna keep pushing. So we got it. We got it. So we had a mission before this, and we have a mission after this. It's always Janeau strong, and it's always new life for life, and we always competing. So, and that's the mantra that we stand on, and we standing on it, and we gonna continue to stand on business with that. So, we ain't stopping. If anything, we cranking up. We cranking up, and we working. So yeah, I just wanted to get that out, and it took me about 2 weeks to get all that out, but now it's out, and I feel better.
Wonderful. Absolutely. So we're actually sitting right here and the lights are going off and on. So that's interesting.
Yeah, it kind of flickered.
Um,
One just went out.
and it went out and it came back on and then it went back out and it blinked. So that's very interesting. So let's
Uh-huh.
celebrate Rick. We were talking about some things that you wanted to do on his behalf.
Are you all right? You see?
Absolutely. Let's keep
Oh.
going.
It's
Absolutely.
okay. That's why I got my
Absolutely.
glasses on. So yeah, it's touching everybody. It's gonna be a touchy one here. Now, what you were saying? Come on, let's get
We
back
were
to
speaking about some having some events on his behalf. And we
it.
kind of talked about like Rick's race.
Uh huh.
And you mentioned about how they had initially given him X amount of years, and he clearly exceeded that.
Oh yeah. Well, the condition my brother had, he had pancreatic cancer, and he had a willful surgery, and he suffered. Well, people didn't know, but those who weren't close to him, they didn't know. He suffered every day. I wouldn't say suffered. He suffered in silence, but he was tough, and he put on a front, man, and he held up for years, man. He held up. They didn't give him a after his surgery. They didn't give him a two year survival rate, and he lasted 12 years after that. So he's a remarkable person in itself, and his resiliency is what caused me to push through my situation.
Mm-hmm.
Like I didn't know what to do. I didn't. It was just like as we were little kids again. He walked me through everything. Like he grabbed my hand and said, "Listen." Even like, and it reminded me of that, and it made me feel that way. It made me feel like a little boy, your big brother take care of you, and he take you through life, and he show you different things and through different stages, and it reverted back to that, and it didn't change. Like I said, I watched his strength all my life, and his resiliency, and his stamina, and his intestinal fortitude with any situation, not just with cancer, with just life. Period. I mimicked him. I wanted to be like him. And here I am. I'm 6'4", 300 something pounds, and he's 5'8", uh, 5'8" maybe. He'll tell you he's 5'8", but I think he's a 5'6", 5'7". But he
Mm-hmm.
had the soul of a 6'4" giant, man. He had the soul of a, he had the soul of a monster, man. You know what I mean? His his goal, man. His he had it. You know what I'm saying? He was him. How people always say I'm him. Nah, that was him. He was Himothy. You know what I'm saying? So he was my Himothy. You know what I'm saying? He meant a lot to me. He still means a lot to me. It still hurts to the core of this day. And like I said, I will never forget him, and I will keep his name and his memory alive with the race for Rick's race. We're trying to put that together right now alongside with the Exile Cancer thing. And I've just lost, like we were talking also, I've lost two of the most important people that meant a lot to me and that I conversated with and I confided in a lot. My closest confidants, um, I would say, in the last 6 months. So um, it's been tough, man. Like only with dealing with cancer, but guess what? I still give God the praise and I still give Him the glory. And I know it's His will and I know it's His way, and that's the only thing that sustains me through it all. So you know what I'm saying? And yeah, we rooted in this, and we gonna keep it going, and we talked about it. So you know what I mean? This is a point in time that he said, and it was times where we talked about it, and it was times that we had to face things, and this is one of those things that we have to face. You know what I'm saying? I could just imagine, like when I told him my diagnosis, he told me he had to get off the phone with me, and I said, "Why, bro?" He said, "Because I knew when you told me that I cried, and I knew what you were gonna have to go through." And he said, and I asked God to take it away from me, take it away from you, and put it on me. And I couldn't. And when he said that, it broke me because I saw him and what he went through in the fight that he had, even after having a willful surgery, which was a 23-hour surgery, where they take your organs out and place them on the table and have him open 23 hours, constant, consistent surgery on him, repairing him, restoring him. And God did that for him. And he came and he made an impact and a difference in a lot of people's lives. And he went on 12 more years when he wasn't even supposed to last that long to impact and to make a difference. And if he could do that, and he struggled every day doing that, but he still had that smile on his face, he still had that joy in his heart, and he still was a joy to be around. He was always a pleasure. He always told you he loved me. He always told you I love you when you got off the phone with him, and how much he appreciated you. He was a good dude, man, and he I don't have a bad thing to say about him, man. Like seriously, I was trying to think about actually a time that I was upset with him, and a time that he made me mad, or a time that he did something that I didn't appreciate, and I really can't think of anything. Like honestly, like I really can't, and I'm trying. I really am trying. Like, some of my brothers, yeah, I can think instantly the stuff that they did to make me upset with him, or did something that I didn't think was right. But I don't love him any less. I love all of them the same, man. And but Rick, man, he was just different, man. He was that guy, man. He was him, man. And I want to take, and I just celebrate the good times and the memories that we had. and the things that you know, and I go back to that thing, his courageousness and his shucks, man. He's just pound for pound the toughest SOB you would ever meet in life, man. Like with anything, man. Like with any situation, with anything. Like resilient. It was him, man. It was. And I know, man, if he had it his way, he would have wanted it the way he did it, just like the way he did it. You know, he would want to be the first one. And like I said, it's the first sibling that we've lost out of 13.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? He's the first. And he's obviously he's one of the most genuine. So this one hits it all hits different when you lose anybody, but this one really, really we've never experienced this. And this is something that everybody, my entire family's rocked. We rock to the core, man. But guess what? We're gonna stay strong because we Janeau's, man. And that's what it is. We Janeau strong. And it's testing. It's testing the whole family. But guess what? When we tested in a manner like that, we pulled together. Like I said earlier in my previous podcast and stuff like that. I had Rick's blessing to release the podcast about the family episode because he said that's something that needed to happen, and he said that it was a situation that needed to be addressed for a lot of people, not only promote healing in my family, which I think it did, and only in other people's families. And I've been getting emails and stuff about that, saying how much it helped them and helped their family realize that, hey man, we need each other in this point in time. Like I said, I love all my brothers and sisters. I love all of them, from Champ to Rocky to Mom Lou to Vicky to Kev, especially Kev, little nutty ass. That's my guy. He's still my guy. You know, I love him with all my heart. And don't ever think I don't. I do. You know, you dig? So Rick, of course, Kenneth, Tanya. You know what I'm saying? Charlene, Sarah, Tiffany, Chuck. Man, it's all us. Man, it's all 13 with -1. And I think about it all the time. Man, I got the phone call, and that's the constant thing that's replaying in my mind, man. And I just feel for his sons, man. I feel for his sons, and I feel for his daughters, man. And this is different. You know what I'm saying? This is different. And I didn't post anything. I didn't say anything about it. I try to stay low key about it and just try to stay in the spirit and just try to stay where God wanted me to be. You know what I'm saying? And I asked him for the strength to get through it, and he's giving it to us, man. We depended on each other. We leaned on each other. We came together as a family like we should have. The devil tried to infiltrate, but he didn't win. And it just showed us that our foundation is still there. What our parents instilled in us is still there. You know, so we just lost it. We just lost it. We just lost the real one. Lost the real one. The realest.
Absolutely. Well, one thing about it is that we will continue to move forward. Actually, that weekend you spoke to another Hope Lodge. But one thing's for sure, as we continue with New Life, that his sister Charlene actually said was when Rick passed, he was 57, and 5-7 is grace completed. So this episode is for you, Rick, and we will continue to run Rick's race.
Always.
Until next time, New Life for Life.